Hello everyone. Starting my online course on food spoilage and preservation. The first quadrant stating the what is the principle behind the food spoilage. We all know that we need to take food day in and day out. That's for sure. But what are the principal types of food? They are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, along with vitamins and minerals. And all these source comes from our cereals and grains, the meat, egg, poultry, the fish, the fresh fruits and vegetables, and the like. But when will you be confirmed that a food is good for you to eat, it is palatable, or it is spoiled? Our food is said to be spoiled when its characteristics are altered and it is no longer good for human consumption. So, you have to make sure whether it is palatable or it is spoiled. So, what are the sources of this spoiling of food? There can be a multiple number of sources for food spoilage. The first and foremost being microbial growth. We know that all these different foods that I have mentioned a few minutes back, they have some indigenous population of microorganisms, no doubt about it. But when these foods are being exposed to some other pathogenic, unwanted microorganisms, they lead to spoilage of that food. Besides that, there can be spoilage can be by insect growth, the insects eating up the grains. We know that food is being harvested from the field and being stored, and during that process, during storage, it can be attacked by insects and get spoiled. Due to lack of moisture, the food may get dried. So that is another type of spoilage, or it may get discolored. So discoloration is another type of spoilage. And last but not the least is the rancidity, which we are associated with the meat being spoiled. And when it appears slimy in nature and unwanted, very bad smell and odor we find in the raw meat. So, like, how can these happen? How can all these spoilage happen? That can be due to different sources, and that can be airborne. The pathogens can come from the air or water or soil, and above all, due to human handling, due to unconscious, that is non scientific approach of dealing with the food, with the utensils being not being washed, the hands not being cleaned properly. The principle behind the spoilage of the major types of food are, for example, the carbohydrates, which is the staple food, that is the building block of the body. It is a plant product and it is being attacked by carbohydrate fermenting microorganism, carbohydrate fermenting microorganism, and it is being converted to different acids, alcohols, and gases which add to the odor and bad odor and smell. The proteins. The proteins can also be acted upon by the protein degrading microorganism and being converted to amino acids, amines, etc., and also ammonia and H2S. So these gases, they smell very pungent and toxic and not at all acceptable ones. The fats being acted upon by the fat lipolytic microorganisms and being converted, they are being converted to fatty acids and glycerol. So, now at this point of time, you come to know that amidst the multitude of food that we start our morning breakfast till the dinner, there are different varieties of food that we take in, but all can be go stale and not fit for consumption due to this